Beau Bichette hasn't returned from his PCL injury to his left knee in time for the Division Series, hoping he can be back for the Championship Series against either the Mariners or the Tigers. Now, why hasn't he made it back just yet? What does the PCL do? Well, the PCL's primary function is to stop your shin going backwards when you're moving. Now, in baseball, the two areas that's likely to be a problem for Beau are running the bases, which, as we've heard, he has had trouble with that so far, or hasn't even commenced it, and then potentially his hitting. Now, I'm less worried about his hitting. I actually think he's going to be pretty good when he gets back from that, because the primary rehab for a PCL sprain is to get really quad dominant, to get strong and to stop the shin sagging backwards and pinching at the back of the knee. That's the thing that's hurting him at the moment. So I think as a right-handed hitter, when his front leg hits the ground and blocks to create his rotation, there's going to be a big quad load from there. So I actually think he's going to feel quite good in that position. I think it's going to be the base running that's the big issue for him. And the reason is that as you're running, as your leg swings through, your hamstrings become very active and they attach just on the top of your tibia and they pull it backwards. So the thing that the PCL stops is now going to be added on by the pull of his hamstrings. In my experience rehabbing PCL injuries, that becomes a huge problem and it gets very pinchy. They can jog okay, they can decelerate, they can even change direction quite good, but that top end speed in a straight line is problematic. So that could be a problem for Beau trying to get down the line from home to first, or possibly trying to go first to third. Potentially, because of the corner running and everything in baseball, might not be such a big deal for him, but that'd be my expectation of the reason he may or may not make it back for the LCS and even the World Series if the Blue Jays get that far, would be the top end sprinting capability. I think he's going to be okay to hit the ball because the rehab for his injury lends itself very well to what you need to do to hit for power at that kind of level. But it's interesting to see what's happening for him. Fingers crossed he can get out there and the Jays can get all the way to the World Series.